everyone, it is Saturday, March 12th, and welcome to Odds Wizard, where we bet for fun by betting together. Last night we had 3 fun picks, and they all lost. So I wore my Jags gear of shame to make me feel like a loser today, and maybe encourage me to make some better picks today. Despite our 3 losses last night, 2 of the 3 games were really fun to watch, especially that UConn game last night. We picked the upset there. And they came so close. Within 10 seconds of the game, they still had a shot to win, which would have been awesome. Either way, it was a great game to watch, and that's why we make these picks. We take games we wouldn't have usually watched, and I would not have watched that game last night, and we make it more entertaining and give us something to root for. We've got 3 more of those games today, 2 more college basketball games, which you're going to see a lot of over the next couple weeks, and then one in the NBA game of the night. We're going to start with our first college basketball pick. I'm going to take number 5 Kentucky minus 3 points over number 9 Tennessee, and that's at minus 110 odds. That game is an afternoon game today. It's at 3 o'clock. It's on ESPN. Like the rest of our games today, it's nationally televised, so everybody should be able to watch it together. These are 2 top 10 teams. Like I said, number 5 versus number 9. So we're looking at 2 teams that are very good, that are going to be well seeded in the big bracket. Kentucky has won both matchups this season versus Tennessee, and both of them by a pretty big margin. So Kentucky's the favorite for a reason in this game, even though the seeding is pretty close. It's a neutral site game, so this game is being played down in Tampa as opposed to somewhere in the Midwest, which is probably fortunate seeing as the snow they're getting up there. So you're not going to see that home court advantage. Kentucky does tend to travel a little better than Tennessee typically, so you might see a little more blue in the crowd. Overall, it should be pretty close to a neutral site. And Kentucky's fighting for a number 1 seed in the Big Dance. As a current number 5 seed, if they lose, they're almost definitely going to be a number 2 seed. If they win, they should be a number 1 seed. And that difference in the big bracket is huge in the quality of opponents that you're going to face. So they are going to be fighting for this game today. We've seen several of the top seeds not fight as hard in March, at least in the conference tournaments. We saw Auburn go down yesterday. And I think that these teams are saving a little energy for the big games and maybe not risking injury to their best players if they go down early, which I get. It's not about winning your conference matchup at this point. It's about winning the big bracket and the national championship. So if these teams want to save some energy and save some injuries, I totally get that. They've got a big, long run ahead of them. Both these teams today think that they can make a deep run, so they want to save that energy. But I think Kentucky, even as a 5 seed, wants that number 1 seed overall in the big bracket. So we're picking Kentucky minus 3 points over Tennessee. The second pick we have today is the Bucks minus 1.5 over Golden State in the NBA. That's minus 110 odds. It's an 8:30 game on ABC. Again, nationally televised. Everybody's going to bring their A game in the NBA. As we've talked about before, a lot of these teams give their guys rest and take nights off. You don't rest the ABC games, okay? Those are the games that these guys give 100%, and they play their full squad. These are not rest nights for the team. Golden State has struggled in their last 10. They've lost 8. I probably wouldn't have picked this game had they not won their last 2. They're starting to turn it around. They've got some of the best talent in the NBA. And this game tonight is featuring 3 of the best players in the NBA. You've got Klay Thompson, who's finally healthy, Steph Curry, and Giannis. All 3 of these guys seem like amazing people. It's hard to honestly root against any of them, which is why we're putting a sprinkle on the Bucks and giving us a reason to pick a team in what should be a great game. If you guys have not seen that Giannis rant from last year, I shouldn't even say it's a rant. It's him talking about what matters in life. Go watch it. It is extremely inspiring. It makes you root for him as a person, about how to live in the moment and how to not get a big ego, which we can all take a lesson from. So we're going to be rooting for him and that tonight. The Bucks are playing great right now. So this minus 1.5 is basically, it's almost the same thing as just picking them outright. They should cover by more than 1. And if Golden State was fully healthy, which they're not, if they had Draymond Green, who's one of the best defenders in the NBA, I probably would have picked Golden State to win tonight, even though they haven't won a ton lately. He's that much of a difference maker, and he's the only one I feel that can shut down or at least limit Giannis's points. Without him in the lineup, Giannis can get inside and score a lot of points, and I kind of see that tonight. So Steph and Klay are going to have to hit about a bazillion threes to win this game for Golden State, which they can do. That's why we're picking this game. This game should be fun to watch. Either of these teams can win, but we're picking the Bucks -1.5. Our last game of the night is kind of contrary to our first pick. We are taking number 13 UCLA to beat number 2 in the country, Arizona. That is +100. It's 9 o'clock. It's on Fox, another nationally televised game, so we can all pull for it together. These two teams split the regular season. UCLA won one, Arizona won one. So these teams, both of them have proven that they can beat each other. Unlike the Kentucky game where Kentucky won both games pretty handedly, these teams split the matchup. UCLA has won 8 of their last 9 games, so they're playing extremely, extremely well right now. Arizona, I think, has locked up that 1 seed in the big bracket. It's the same fear I had for Kentucky. Kentucky's playing for that 1 seed. I think Arizona has locked it up. So if they get down early to UCLA, I think they may not give 100% the second half, trying to win a conference tournament that doesn't matter as much as the big dance. These, like I said, these are 2 more top teams, number 13 and number 2. So this is another coin flip game. Sometimes in these where I don't know the teams extremely well, and I don't. These teams usually start at 10 o'clock my time, so I have not seen a ton of the games. I'm going to pick the underdog in the coin flip games. Not only is it better odds, but sometimes it's just more fun to pull for the underdog, and that's what we're going to be doing here tonight, and pulling for number 13 UCLA to upset number 2 Arizona. The big reason I'm thinking of watching this game tonight, other than the fact it's going to be a great game, the Pac-12 has done really well in the big brackets lately. These are 2 Pac-12 teams that are going to be definitely in the brackets, and I want to see how they play to see how deep I send them. They've played a lot better than the other conferences, especially the Big East, and definitely like the Dukes and North Carolinas, who just haven't gone as deep lately. So I may pick a lot of Pac-12 teams to go pretty deep in my March bracket, so I'm watching this game tonight to help me with that. If you don't like any of these picks, you still have a great day ahead of you, okay? You've got college basketball all across the board. You've got 6 NBA games. You've got 5 NHL games. And you have the Players' Championship going on today with 30-mile-per-hour winds and guys trying to hit an island green. So I'm going to have that on my second screen today. It should be amazing to watch as they try and finish the first round and get the second round in what is absolutely brutal weather. These guys are going to struggle to hit that island green, and I'm here for it, okay? I'm here to watch the carnage today. I usually don't root for that, but it's going to be fun to watch just because everybody's facing the same environment today. So, yeah. It's going to be a great day for sports. The weather's going to suck pretty much nationwide, so hopefully if you guys are all stuck indoors, we gave you guys 3 games to watch today. Get involved. Follow us on Twitter so you can comment on our picks. To recap our picks real quick just before we get out for the day, we've got Kentucky -3 over Tennessee. We've got the Bucks -1.5 versus Golden State. And we have UCLA upsetting Arizona. And if you throw all those picks in the cauldron together, our odds are +630. We may hit that today, we may not, but I'm sure going to be pulling for it. I hope you guys are too, and we can root for these games together as a community and have some fun. Either way, have a wonderful Saturday. Good luck with your bets. Have some fun. Stay inside, and we will see you all on Monday.